Hi, good morning. Welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, we're continuing our journey of Stephanie Dowrick's The Universal Heart. Okay, we're still on chapter 1, of course, as we continue with Love Generously. Okay, so that's where we're up to. Let's do the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. Let's see what message the cards have for us in regards to love. Okay, this card here, these two. Definitely a starting point. Let's have a look. What can tell us about love? About loving generously. Loving generously. Let's have a look. Right, okay, so let's have a look at this. Get to one side. Let's have a look. Okay. That was interesting. Okay, with loving generously, we've got Page of Swords reversed. So Page of Swords reversed to me is that sense of, feels like the truth is hidden from the situation on some level. It feels like the idea or maybe the ability to look at the facts of the situation could be hidden and needs to be revealed in some way. I feel like the truth needs to be revealed in some way. It feels very hidden. Ten of Coins tells us that it's abundance. It feels like there's a lot of wealth and stuff coming in. So we've got something that's being hidden, but there is an abundance of something as well. Maybe there's an abundance of that hidden truth in some way. Choices need to be made wisely. It feels like we've got a lot of options available to us in regards to loving generously. There are a lot of options. So it feels like that love could be hidden, okay? But there is a wealth of it that could be revealed at some stage. But it is about making wise choices in regarding to the love, generously. Again, we've got that creative bounty and abundance, that creative energy giving the birth to something new on some level. Now, it does feel like that it does sort of shake your world up a little bit, it does rock your world, does give you that sense of enlightenment, that understanding in what's important here. Slow and steady to push through the hard work. I don't think it's going to be an easy journey to have that wealth and abundance in regards to loving generously. I think there is a lot of stuff that's hidden, that's not shown all the time, and so I think it's important to be able to make wise choices in the situation to give birth to something, even when it shakes your world. Even when it shakes your world in some way. There is a lot of burdens in that you may have on your shoulders in regards to the relationships, in regard to loving generously, but I think it's important that it's a slow and steady job to push through it. So let's have a look at what the book has to say. Okay, the Universal Heart. Loving generously, no one is left out. The vast inner wealth of love belongs equally to us all. It's what we share. Where we differ is only in our confidence to tap into it, to trust it, to draw from it, and drawing from it to discover how it defies the rules of the external material world. The rules of scarcity do not apply to love. Love is like water that's in everything, and like air that's everywhere. Only our fears about how other people see us or how they might interpret our motivation or behaviour are limiting. It's true that misanthropy is rife in the Great Western Village. It thrives wherever personal success is narrowly defined and worshipped, and wherever people are driven by competitiveness, envy, hostility, fear, rather than mutuality. support, respect from that world view. It makes sense to hoard our capacities to love until we meet one single person, special person. Then and only then can we experience ourselves as a loving person. But the crazy or tragic thing about this view of love is that it ignores a great truth that we grow skilled and confident at what we practice. If we hoard love, or love as we conceive it, we don't allow ourselves to know it truthfully. When finally we give ourselves an opportunity to love, it becomes too easy for us to confuse love with possessiveness, neediness, and social approval. Lately, I've been reminded of this when I listen to a very young woman talking. I'm fortunate enough to hear quite a few teenage conversations at this point in life, and I notice that although it is a long time since I was 15, young women and men continue to be intensely interested in how their friends see the objects of their affection. He's so hot. Everyone thinks he's hot. Seems the greatest accolade one girl can give another about her love interest. The approval, or better yet, the envy of her friends may mean as much to the 15-year-old love novice as the affection and interest that the boy himself shows her in whatever she herself feels. Love can be simple as breathing. You take it in, you give it out. When you draw on love and express love lavishly, your sense of what you have continually increases. That's why the happiest people are also the most altruistic, and why the most altruistic people experience the highest level of satisfaction in all areas of their lives, why they recover from setbacks quickly, and the most accepting and tolerant expect to be liked and are liked. Nothing will influence the quality of your life more profoundly than your willingness to accept responsibility for the attitudes and behavior you bring to other people. This is not true for special people only. It is true for all. Receive what others have to offer. Love comes fully to life when we also receive with grace what others are willing to give us. Openness of spirit is again called for, and often a yielding of certainties. To receive love, we must accept other people as they are. That's already quite a challenge, and we must accept their way of loving us, at least when their intentions are well-meaning. Our irritations can so easily get in the way here, as well as our fixed ideas about what love should look like, or how it should be expressed. Someone makes us a meal, when actually we long to talk. Someone gives up something for our sake, and we feel frustrated, not grateful. Someone asks us tenderly how we are just at the moment, when we are about to solve an internal problem, or our favourite show is starting on TV. These failures of good intention crisscross our daily lives. We may rail against them. We may call them failures to love, but meeting our needs immediately and in the ways we want it to is not all that love's about. That's an infant experience of love. That the good mother instantly supplies what's needed. The same mother becomes bad when she occasionally requires the baby to wait a few minutes or to tolerate a discomfort that she can't fix. Growing out of babyhood with a far greater range of experiences available than an infant has, we can loosen that tight equation of love with need. We will always have difficulty seeing love in what we are being offered if our minds tune in only to what's wrong or absence. If love is to smooth out these irritations, a larger vision is called for. Goodwill needs to be assumed and complaints must be curtailed. So that in love's presence we can just recognize what's on offer, however odd is disguise. Love opens our eyes. It opens our hearts also. Okay, that's it for today. That's part 2. The part 3 actually. If we look at the introduction, then part 1, part 2. Right, okay, so that's it from me. Don't forget, check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care.